Hi boys and girls, let's have some fun and draw together. Maybe someone would like to join you in your household. Your parents are welcome, siblings are welcome, aunts and uncles, anyone that's at home with you right now. If they want to draw with you, that'd be great. So today for this project, we really just need a piece of paper, pencil, and eraser. When you're done with this project, if you would like to use crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever you would have at home to color it in, that's fine. Let's start with our shapes. I'm going to use a marker so you can see better. Remember to hold onto your paper with one hand, draw with the other hand. The first shape is a circle. Anywhere on your paper, you can use a scrap piece of paper also. Next shape is a dot. It's a circle, but we color it all the way in, so we call it a dot. The next, do you remember the name of this line? Very good, boys and girls. Horizontal. Can we all say that together? Horizontal line. Next line, do you remember that one? Vertical. Very good. Vertical line. Very good. We have one more line. Remember the name of that one? Diagonal. Very good, boys and girls. Let's say it together. Diagonal line. Okay. Then we have our half circles. A U. An upside down U. Looks like a rainbow. A C and a backward C. All of these are half circles. So if we put them together, it would make a full circle. Then we have our angled lines, which are our V's. A regular V, an upside down V, which looks like an A without the crossbar, a sideways V, and another sideways V. Very good. Then we have a slightly curved line. Remember, it is not as curved as our upside down U or rainbow. It's not as straight as our straight line. That's why we call it a slightly curved line. Then we have our lazy S. Our lazy S laying down or horizontally, we call a hill and a valley. And then we've been doing spirals lately, which is just fun. So remember, you start in the middle. Looks like you're going to do a circle, but you go past that point and just keep going around. And remember, they make wonderful snails. That's why they're fun. All right, so those are our shapes. Remember, we're going to do them before every project because it just makes it easier for us to draw. All right, boys and girls, let's begin. Now, notice that my paper is vertical, or the tall way. That's up to you. If you'd like to make your horizontal, that'd be fine. You'll just have to draw it a little smaller maybe. I thought we'd just have some fun today and draw a cat peeking over a table with a fishbowl on it. Okay? So, we're going to start with first putting our line so we know where our table is and where our cat is. Just going to make a line over here. If you want a perfectly straight line, go ahead and get a ruler, but you don't have to. Okay? So we now know that that's where our cat is going to be. So from there we can start his eyes. I'm going to give him some pretty big eyes right here. Now I know you all like to do eyes differently, and that's great. Any way you want to do his or her eyes is fine. I did another circle at the bottom, and then inside that I did even another circle. Almost colored it all the way into a dot. But you do it any way you want, boys and girls. And of course there's lots of other ways to make a cat. This is just my way. If you have another way of drawing a cat, go ahead. Okay? So underneath the eyes, I'm going to make a little horizontal line for the top of his nose. I'm going to turn that into a V. Go ahead, you can darken that in or wait till later. And then from here I'm going to do a smile and another smile. And then here's his tongue. He is just looking at that fish, very happy. Then of course we need some dots. Gentle if you're using a marker, boys and girls. From those dots come your whiskers. You decide how many whiskers you want, how long they're going to be, that kind of thing. Then we have the top of the head. Notice that my top of the head really goes from one edge of the eye to the other. So not much wider than that. So there's my slightly curved line, right? His ears are also slightly curved line, and I ended in points. If you don't like that and you have another way of doing it, you know that's always okay. So here we go. A slightly curved line coming up, then a slightly curved line coming back. And one more slightly curved line in that. It shows the top of the ear and the inner ear. Same thing on the other side. Slightly curved line up, slightly curved line back. If you want that slightly curved line there to show the top or the inner ear, that's fine also. For the sides of the face, simply a slightly curved line down to about there. We'll take it all the way down actually, and then we can put the body on later. So the body, really, you can just do a lazy S, you can do a slightly curved line, however you want to make the top of your cat. I'm going to do a little lazy S like that. And then I'm going to take his body all the way off my page. And I'm going to bring his tail back in above here. So remember, I'm going to go with any shape I want. It's kind of almost a spiral I'm going to do. So I did a long, almost a lazy S into a spiral. At the end of it, I'm going to put a little V on the end of it. See that? So I know that I'm going to go backwards this way. Okay, so that's his tail. Now, if you like it better where the tail actually connects, that's fine, but my body kind of went off and his tail really wouldn't be back there. Again, this paper is a little smaller than the original paper I used. So any way you want to finish off that tail and the cat is fine. However you want to color him in is also fine. Now let's talk about our fish in the fishbowl. I find it easier to do the fish first, because what happens if I do the fishbowl and then I can't make a big enough fish? So I'm going to do my fish first. Remember, there's lots of different ways to do fish. Hold on to your paper so it doesn't slip around. I'm going to start with my eye, which is a circle. I'm then going to put another circle in there and darken it all in, except maybe leaving a little spot open. His mouth is open, so a sideways V I'm making. Touch the top of my sideways V with a curved line above the eye and then past it. Same thing here. Notice I got a little skinnier as we got down towards the body, the rest of the body. So I'm going to go ahead and end this in a V. He looks very silly now without anything else, but we'll add more. He'll start looking like a fish. Right behind the eye, I'm going to do a slightly curved line so he can breathe. He needs his two little slightly curved lines right there for his gills. You can do more than two. And then we need some tail feathers and fins and everything. So here I'm going to do a bottom, a slightly curved line out, and then I'm just going to wiggle up to it. Same thing up here. I'm going to do a slightly curved line up and wiggle back to it. Okay? And then I'm going to do a center one. I'm going to do a slightly curved line, a slightly curved line there, a slightly curved line there, and then I'm going to close it in with, I think I'm going to do V's today. Any which way you want to do. Now he also has some wonderful fins here if you like. Okay. And then of course we need a tail. Two slightly curved lines out. I'm going to come back to the body, come back to the body, and I'm just going to close it in with a couple of U's. Okay? And maybe I want to make these lines longer. So now you have the back of him. So now you know how to do a fish. I hope that you do more fishes, although maybe he just has one. You just have one fish in your fish bowl. So now we can decide. I'm just going to do the one fish right now because of time, but I hope you make maybe some smaller ones in there. So now I can go ahead and make my fish bowl, can't I? Now remember, boys, girls, we've talked before, if you want a perfectly curved, a perfect circle, You can use a template, right, the bottom of something, or just try to do the best you can. So today I'm just going to do the best I can, but if you want a perfect circle, go ahead and get a template. Now realize that the bottom it's not all the way a circle, right? Because I've got the top is open. All right, so I'm going to go do a curved line around here, a curved line around here, close it in for my bowl. If I'd like my bowl to have a little stand, I can do that too. Then remember the opening is a slightly curved line. I'm using my easel. Slightly curved line. You'd like to close your bowl in. It's another slightly curved line there. And then you can start decorating in here. Bubbles certainly would be fun coming out of his mouth. Right? Seaweed. But if you do seaweed, you're going to say, excuse me, hop over that fish, continue your seaweed, right? Okay. Maybe you want little pebbles at the bottom. Maybe a starfish at the bottom. Maybe just some lines so it looks like some... You could do different colors if you make your lines like that, or kind of like that. Okay. Now, if you would like to give your fish some fish food, you certainly could do that. We can make a container for that. 2 vertical lines. I'm going to close it in with a slightly curved line. Close this in with a slightly curved line. If you'd like the fish food to be open, as mine is, you're going to do a oval right about there, and that's the lid. And then, of course, you can write fish food on it or whatever you want. I hope you sign your names. Maybe some wallpaper. We're definitely indoors today with our fish and our cat. So boys and girls, have some fun. Enjoy your drawing. Just be creative. Don't be too critical of yourself. And just enjoy. Hope to see you next time. Bye.